good evening, good evening, everyone. We're gonna get started here in just a little minute. As soon as my co-hosts get on, I hope everybody has been having a good Tuesday. I know I have. Get this pinned on here. We're gonna get started. I got my co-host right there. How's everybody doing? Co-host, what's going on with you? There you go. Hey, I can't hear you. What you say? I can't hear you. Everybody hear her? If you can hear, give a thumbs up. Shut it. If y'all can hear, give a thumb up. If you can't, give a thumbs down.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what it was.
Oh, so I guess you can't. When I was trying to screen record, it can't record while you talking.
I guess not. I thought it was for a minute.
Or did you have your Bluetooth on?
Nah, that was you. That was you. Everybody can hear you now. We got the thumbs up going.
Okay. Well, I guess I ain't gonna be able to do that then.
Well, we'll make it work.
But I can probably still go back. I know what I can do.
Go. You have to go back and do it. You can't do it right now.
Yeah. I was trying to save a step.
Yeah, I was trying to pin this thing. It won't let me pin it tonight.
You said it won't let you do what?
It won't let me pin it. Everybody who's on here right now, go ahead and share it to your page right now because we're finna get ready to get started. We got some important topics to hit tonight. My old coach on here. Coach, how you doing?
All right. So everybody should have shared it to that page right now. So I'm sure you all see the topics after all these years. Of course. Okay, well, thank you for making me blush this evening. Okay, you guys. So first of all, let me make a disclaimer before we start talking about the CPS case. We all know that some CPS cases is warranted and the kids need to be removed from the homes or wherever they're staying at. But in this case, CPS, I want to say they did an injustice. So just to put that disclaimer out there, that we're not referring to CPS for all cases, but a lot of things I've been hearing lately, CPS and APS has been doing an injustice to the people and the foster parents who are trying to step in and help. So if you all have any comments on this, please feel free to share your comments. Don't forget to drop an emoji when you're tuning in and let us know that you all are here and to help the video circulate. Also share to your page, like our page, which will be tagged below. And if you so happen to be on YouTube all the time like the rest of the world, please subscribe to our channel. We at least want to get to our first milestone, 100 subscribers. All right,
What's
you guys.
coming out of your mouth?
What's coming out of your mouth? Yes.
Yeah,
they should know that by now, but if you don't know what to look for, look up what's coming out of your mouth. And you'll see many videos with our little chubby faces on it.
That's right.
So, okay. This is something that has not been on the news, but it's circulating on social media. So I guess we some social media newscasters. So we're gonna break this news on our channel. CPS took a special needs child and gave it back to the mom deceased. So what happened is it was a 6-year-old special needs child. the mom took the baby to the hospital because she has several different diagnoses and ailments, being that she's special needs. And so the mom took her to the emergency room. This was in September 2018. And they admitted her into the hospital and ran tests and different things like that. And once she was supposed to be released, the CPS workers contacted the mom and said that they need to go and check the house out and everything like that before the child could go back. And so the mom, she didn't feel like it was no issue, so she agreed to it. Well, long story short, the kids end up being taken, all three of the kids. So according to the mom, she feel like the them taking the kid wasn't warranted. The way her story goes, which is her full story, is on our page. So the way her story sounds, it does sound like it wasn't warranted. So the mom was only allowed to see the child through supervised visits. She did not know where the child was located, and I don't know if that's a CPS stipulation or not. I think it depends on the severity. So, but when she was seeing the child, she could tell the child was being neglected. Her hair wasn't combed. The child was looking frail. Mind you, the child has special needs, so she have a lot of medical issues. So, finally, the mom was contacted by a new CPS caseworker trying to find out where the child was located. Well, the mom was like, "Well, y'all took the child from me. I don't know where the child at." And so it turns out that the lady who removed the child from the home had no documentation as a reason why the child was removed, where the child was located. So essentially, the child was lost in the system. So finally, the mom kept calling. Her mom's calling everybody, her whole family, trying to get in contact to find out what was going on. Never found out. The next thing she knows, she received a call saying that her baby had died of heart failure. Now, mind you, this is the reason why the child was taken to the emergency room, because she had a lot of special needs, and having heart failure was one of the issues. So, y'all, now you can't tell me that something ain't right about this. And the mom wanted to see the baby, once they called her and let her know that she was dead. They did not let the mom see the child until the day of the funeral. And all the organs had been removed. And even though the mom wanted an autopsy, all the organs had been removed. The baby was embalmed and everything. And she had to come up with the half of the money for the funeral. So, what you got to say about this? This is just awful. I'm just beyond words, because I just, people that have special needs, people who has been in have issues with CPS and different things like that. And I just think this is just so awful. And mind you, this happened in Springfield, Missouri. So over here where the Simpsons at.
What do they got to do with it?
What they got to do? People know Springfield from the Simpsons.
Right.
So anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Anybody have any thoughts on this? Do you all think she has a case against CPS? Or where should the mom go from here?
I think that she got a case. First, if I were her and I knew that wasn't the situation in the beginning, they telling her all different reasons why the baby is the reason she wasn't keeping her right up. She the reason that the child had those ailments. And then when she see the child, she seen that they weren't taking care of the child like they supposed to. I would have already, in that point, hired me an attorney to try to see what's going on with the situation. When she was calling to see where the child was, time by again, it looked like at some point an attorney would have been hired. But I think without a shadow of a doubt that the CPS, we've been hearing a lot of bad stories about them year in and year out. But it's without a doubt, they should be held accountable. They should be able to get her some answers, like what really went on. They shouldn't have, I don't think no way possible they should have embalmed the child or went ahead with that process without even letting her know the severity of the situation.
And they should be breaking the law, because, she's the mom. So they should have no right to move forward with her death proceedings without, you know what I'm saying, allowing her to have a say so in different things.
Yeah, yeah, it's a crazy situation.
And
It's
so
definitely
I say what now?
it's a crazy situation. I definitely think that she need to go forward with a lawsuit.
Yeah, but do you
Yeah,
think that with so many incidents that she would probably even be successful in her lawsuit? Because I'm thinking like so many incidents going on with CPS and make me feel like, okay, CPS supposed to be there to protect and help, but everything I've been hearing lately is that they create more harm than good. You know?
in these situations, you hear so many people saying the same thing. Well, smoke, it got to be fired. CPS has got some damaging going on in their system right now, and there's something got to be done about it.
Yeah, I'll check your volume, make sure your volume up. Something definitely got to be done about it, and I think we need to figure out what can be done and how things can be done. I know a lot of people are coming out and advocating for her and trying to help her with the case, but I just think that's just so unfortunate that foster people are notorious for not taking care of the kids that they get. They just want to check, quote unquote. Um, but however, would it be a special needs child? A special needs child gonna need extra assistance. So I feel like maybe in this case, the foster parents didn't realize what all they were gonna have to do for the to make sure that child remained healthy. And
So
so,
I got this question for you. Do you think that in these type of situations that they should move tread lightly with the way they move with a child in this
they
type
should
of
be what?
situation? They shouldn't move as fast. You really need to be careful when you're dealing with a child who's under a special need.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why, and even she was saying they told her that she was gonna get the child back, and in the process of her trying to get the child back, the child ended up dying. So I feel like they didn't take everything into account in even removing the child. And according to her story, it really was no reason for them to take the child anyway, because if you had a special needs child, and say if they said because she kept going to the hospital a lot, well, special needs kids, they probably gonna go to the hospital a lot, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of feel that something ain't right with the situation because with like you say, a special needs child should be going to the doctor a lot. Then she said they questioning her, saying she the reason. Like, you know what I mean? And she got other kids. Then
Right.
they say they took all her kids.
She had 3 kids. They took all 3 kids, and they split the kids up. So she didn't know
I'm
what
not a
any of
big
the kids
fan.
were.
Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of that neither. You know, they do that a lot. I'm not a big fan of people of them splitting kids up like they do. I kind of feel that if you gonna take on the case, they should have some kind of rule when it's like 3 kids. If you can't take all 3 of them, you might can't get you can't get a child.
Right, exactly. And you would really think that there would be more things they push. Now I know a lady personally, and she have been getting kids. It depends on the foster parent if they would accept siblings and different things like that. But this lady, she had teenagers, and she
Hmm.
knew that a lot of issues was gonna come along. CPS workers didn't back her up when the children started tormenting her and her husband. They were having a lot of issues at the house. And the CPS people basically said, well, y'all gonna have to keep them because we don't have anywhere else to take them. Nobody else would accept teenagers. So in every
So that
incident that I've heard about lately, CPS is just awful. Now I know they don't get paid a lot, but still, they're going into the job, and if you're gonna create more of a disservice and injustice, in what role? What's the point of you even taking that job?
So do you think at this point that there needs to be just a board of review for the whole CPS? Do they need to be brought on a review? Do the system just need a revamping? Maybe.
Yes, I definitely think they need to revamp. They need to update some policies and procedures. And like I said earlier in my disclaimer, I know some of these policies and protocols that they have in place do work. But however, we're just hearing too many horror stories as of lately that would make me think they should reevaluate their policies and procedures.
Yeah, but you know one thing we know though, a lot of these organizations do need to redo their policies. A lot of these policies been in effect for years and years. A lot of stuff is outdated these days
Yeah,
that people are
exactly.
not, they're not going back to. So I do agree with you that maybe they need to take a look at their policy and readjust. You know what I'm saying? When something
Absolutely.
not working, over and over again, it's time to look at it and see what you can do to get it back going right. That's the end of
Right.
everything we do.
Right. And then there's no way in the world that she should have to pay for the whole, well, her even half of the funeral, even though her child could have passed away in her care. But the fact that y'all took the baby illegally, I mean, I know through CPS, but illegally because y'all didn't have any documentations or anything. Y'all embalmed the baby without getting an autopsy after she requested it. Like I feel like they should have been responsible for the entire funeral arrangements, and they shut down her GoFundMe so that the money that people was trying to donate to help her, she couldn't even get that. So I just feel like it was just like a vendetta they had out on her.
At this moment, I'm wondering if somebody at CPS know her in her area.
But she
And
wasn't from
got
that area. She wasn't even from Kentucky. This happened in Kentucky. So
so I mean, she got a real lawsuit. It's just like you don't want me to have my child, but you want me to pay for the funeral. It's a lot of stuff going on with this situation. They just need to be brought to the light. I think she got a serious case, though. Me personally.
I do too, and I really hope she can find justice. Although I know nothing in this world, no matter how much money or anything that they do, will replace her child. And give her any consolation on the way the child died. My
But
heart just
but
really goes
I
out to her.
mean, yeah, we
It's
know
just a
that.
sad
We
story.
we we know that, but they got to pay in some kind of way.
Yeah, I agree that they need to pay in some kind of way, but it's just sad and it's just hurtful. It just breaks your heart.
Okay. Give them a question. Get our talkers a question.
Yeah. So what are y'all thoughts? Do y'all think she should proceed with the lawsuit against the state of Kentucky and the CPS services, or do y'all think she just need to move forward, or do you think that it even matter if she move forward? Do you think that she just should bring awareness to the CPS in that area, or just CPS in general? So just what are y'all thoughts on this case? It's very
Do
sad,
we?
and I'm sure y'all know somebody who experienced a bad situation with CPS.
Yeah, I think we gotta ask this question. Do we think CPS is still a trusted system?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do we think CPS is still a trusted system? I say about 70% no, 30% yes.
That
Because
that,
we know
that
some people is good, but it
yeah.
seems like the ones that need to be removed. Another thing, like the lady was telling me, kids that need to be removed, they removed on for a short amount of time and placed back into the custody where they are in harm's way. And when they was
But no,
in the CPS custody, they was doing good.
but you said that a lady that you knew or whatever, that she had a group of kids and they were starting to get they were becoming bad or whatever, and they
Yeah, the
won't take them
kids was
back.
tormenting her and her husband. They had to put locks on their doors. They was running away. They was just doing all kind of things. And CPS really told her that it was nothing that they could do because nobody else wanted to accept teenagers. So all of the caseworkers weren't getting back to her. It was just horrible. So they were just so overwhelmed. They were really living in fear because they didn't know what was going to go on. And she kept telling me about it. And I was like so scared for them too. Because think about it. You got to put cameras in your house. You got to put door chimes on the windows. They was finding weapons under the child bed. Like they just didn't know. And so finally, after so many incidents, the kids was wanting to go stay with some of their other siblings. And finally, after so many incidents in the foster parent, the lady that I know, was saying that they can no longer do it. They had to get these kids out of the house. They gave the people like a 30-day notice. And they finally got the kids out. But this went on for about almost a year. So it's like people who open their homes up to help, they feel stuck if they get I had to put it like this, but a bad set of kids.
I mean, that's another policy that could possibly need to be changed right there. It ain't no way that you should have to be stuck with a child if you try to help them and they're not progressing. It's got to be something you can do.
You feel unsafe in your home.
Yeah, especially if you feel unsafe. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should have to feel unsafe in their own house.
Exactly, and they were it was a bad situation. So just let us know what some of y'all thoughts about this case. What y'all think about CPS? Have any of y'all had an incident where CPS were good in y'all favor or didn't work in your favor? Not necessarily personally, but somebody who had an incident with CPS. Well, okay, guys. Right. We're gonna move along to the next story. Jay-Z versus the culture. Now, everybody been hearing all about this. Jay-Z will sell out. Jay-Z will sell out. Oh, Jay-Z partnering with the NFL. We thought he was on the outside. Now, y'all know good well, first of all, he ain't on the outside because he ain't even in the same tax bracket with us. And really, we can say everything we want to say, but he looking at what he can do to keep Blue Ivy and them twins and all them folks and they children with money.
Well, he already a billionaire. He shouldn't have to do stuff like this at this point, but keep going.
No, he shouldn't. But I mean, he's thinking from a billionaire mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, he's thinking from a billionaire mindset, and Dame already told us, that he's a snake. But keep going.
Oh, the gang said that. Well, I ain't know, but
I'm talking about Dame. I'm talking about Dame Dash.
Oh, Dame Dash. Well, yeah. Well, he is a street man anyway, even though he a business guy, but he is still a street guy. So, do you feel like he'll sell out, or do you think he said he did the deal so he can help with racial injustice? So what you think? Because you're the sportsman, you know about all the stuff going on with the NFL. You know how they get these people roped into these contracts, and then everybody know how they blackball Kaepernick.
My point, one thing I do see by him getting in is this right here. You do need diversity on certain boards in order to make a change.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I mean, you can better help in when you're in the inside than when you're on the outside. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
But now, my issue, he said he talked to Kaepernick and all that, whatever the case may be.
Well, Kaepernick girlfriend said that he didn't talk to him.
But now they saying on the reversion, Kaepernick, that's what they saying. On Kaepernick's response, said they did talk to him.
Right.
So I mean, it can be looked at as a sellout. His actions outside of this situation is just not good. That's just what I'm gonna say.
You said what?
Jay-Z actions outside of signing with them is just not good.
Mm-hmm.
But because you got too many people saying that he's telling them don't do a deal with the NFL, this blah 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 J this and blah J that.
Mm-hmm.
But then he turn around and sign a deal.
Right.
I
Well.
mean, so I can see where he can bring some positive to the situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't be spreading different stuff and then go totally against what I've been saying.
Okay.
What you
I don't
think?
know your volume going up and down. Well, I don't. I'm not gonna say that he is a sellout because, in all honesty, he said, or somebody saying that he doing the deal for racial injustice, but we don't know what steps he actually gonna take, because even though we in social media, they ain't gonna tell us everything, but we feel like
Right.
everything that's going on, we gotta know everything right now. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, maybe he is gonna work some part of it in to help with racial injustice. Is it necessarily gonna help Kaepernick? Maybe not. But I mean, it's more things to come, or other things going on behind the scenes in the NFL that we're not privy to. So him being on the board, he can possibly help in some of those situations. So I don't think
Well,
that he
now
maybe just a sellout. What?
I did see that while you talking about him on that. He was on the reform board with Meek Mill and the other guy. You know, they doing the reform thing.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get them cases. You know, with the probation and stuff that Meek Mill got going on.
The Meek
Him and
Mill
the
thing,
guy,
yeah.
they created a reform. He the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. Him and that guy that helped him get out, they creating a reform foundation or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have
Mm-hmm.
you heard about that?
I read some slightly when I was doing the research on this.
So Jay-Z was kind of a part of that situation. And then if you watch Meek Mill documentary on Free Meek on Amazon,
Mm-hmm. On
Jay-Z
Amazon.
got a part of that too. Have you seen it?
Nah, I didn't know it was on Amazon.
Do you got Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
that's
so
what
I
I'm
mean, I
saying.
can see what he in his statement now. Give him this. He said that he believes that we are past kneeling. Now
Yeah.
it's time to make the next step.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. He may not help Kaepernick because Kaepernick, I guess, so-called stuck in the kneeling thing or whatnot. But I feel like he should probably address that, and which he probably will. Like I said, I feel like everybody jumping the gun to call him a sellout when we ain't even heard everything through. But I think he should address that and said maybe that made him want to take the deal, or maybe that trigger something within him to say, hey, how can I help resolve this and maybe become a partner with them? Well, he'll be able to put his 2 cents in. But I think either way it go, even however it turn out, some people still gonna view him as a sellout. And if he do good, if he help the culture, they're gonna still say, well, he only doing this because we feel like he'll sell out. And if he don't, they still gonna feel like he'll sell out. So I feel like really for him, it's gonna be perceived as a lose-lose situation. But
I mean, I know yeah, it could be all perceived as a lose-lose situation. I just hopefully if he doing it for the right reason, it will show in the long run, like you said.
yeah, and that's what I think, and that's what I
So
hope.
so from Kaepernick's standpoint and the guy Eric Reed, which is the first guy who kneeled with Colin Kaepernick, right?
Right.
He was a teammate of him.
Uh-huh.
Just giving you a little background knowledge on him. He is a teammate of Cap, who was with the 49ers, and he was kneeling beside Kaepernick. He was the first person to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still in the league. He
But
said
Kaepernick
that
not.
Jay-Z shouldn't,
Right, go ahead. Go ahead.
he's saying that he kind of shouldn't do it because they still blackballing Colin Kaepernick by not getting him a job.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that since they haven't gave Colin Kaepernick a job, that Jay-Z shouldn't take that step? Or do you think, like Jay-Z said, it's past the kneeling point? Because the first thing what you were kneeling for was to bring attention to the injustice of the black community, right?
Yeah, I
Police
think,
brutality and injustice, and oppression and things of that nature, right?
yeah,
So do you think that it's time to take the next step, as Jay-Z said?
I think it's
And by
time to
him
take the
doing
next
it,
step, but I don't think that we necessarily pass the kneeling part because some of the reason they was kneeling, a lot of that stuff is still going on. However, I think that we need to be like Jay-Z, if this is what Jay-Z means, by coming up with solutions and not just continually focus on the problem, but we don't need to neglect the issue that is going on and just say we passed it because we're not past it because we're still going through it. You know what I'm saying? But I do think we need to start focusing on more of the solution at the same time. But also, did you know that Kaepernick and that guy you talking about took a settlement from the NFL?
they
So,
also took a settlement.
right.
So, I mean, and then a lot of people said they should have took the settlement too. So,
If you're going to
it's a
still
lot.
keep complaining about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth with this situation. But my thing is this right here. Is it all about the money that Jay-Z doing the right thing, but he should have took the money they feel like, or what it, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
at some point, we gonna have to work with them hand in hand to find a solution, right?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I
So do
think
you
some
think
people
it's
don't
just
think it's
more
about the
about the
money,
money?
but we know he don't need the money, but I feel like if I'm gonna be able to get a job, be a part of something that's gonna pay me, regardless if I need it or not, I'm gonna accept the money. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know if he gonna donate that to charity or whatever. But I don't think nobody could talk about the money in the same sense as with Kaepernick because Kaepernick took money from somebody that he going up against, and he still want to work for him. So to me, it's like it's a juggle between, you know what I'm saying, what they really want, and then you got some out of, but you still going back and forth with like what you want.
Cause my point, I mean, is this what they wanted? Somebody like this to come in and bring attention to it now to find to make the difference. It's kind of really all over the place with the
It
situation.
is.
But then at the same time, they call it Jay-Z. They say he a hypocrite. He the main one said he turned the NFL down for the halftime show. He don't need them. They need him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one. And I think until they can really get each other down to sit down and hammer it out, it ain't gonna never come to an end because everybody needs to some say what they mean, and they gotta bring it to the table. They gotta bring it to the table.
Yeah, they do. And like I said, I think that people are um we are reacting prematurely before we know exactly what he gonna do. And when you first start getting into something, you can't really talk about it because things still being worked out, this and the other. Now, if he get on the board and he don't do nothing to help the culture, help nothing to do with racial injustice, then we need to be in an outrage. However, we don't need to be in an outrage if we're not gonna do nothing to help the culture ourselves.
Yeah, see, and a lot of people who talking on it don't want to do no work neither. They don't want to take a
Right.
step and do no work either. But the thing is, so from this point, you said it's too early to rule him a sellout, right?
Uh-huh.
It's too
Yep.
early to rule him a sellout, and we gotta wait and see what he do in the position, right? Is that your
Yep.
thing?
Yep, that's what I think. That's what I think. It's too early to see them sell out. So I guess we're gonna have to revisit this. I guess y'all don't want to talk to us tonight, but if y'all do, we want to know what y'all thoughts are on this. But in my honest opinion, I think it's too early to call him a sellout, and I really hope that he is able to accomplish something. Now we know, just like people think when you get a black president that he finna go in there and change the world. We know that he can't do everything, but he should be able to help some things change and progress, and to be more diversified for when instances like this come up, then people won't be blackballed in the future.
Well, I mean, if anybody could do it for the country, we hoping that he will be one, because he is one. He is definitely one of the people who is looked up to the most. You know that.
If
They
anybody
look
can
up.
do it, what?
If anybody could do it for the culture, it should be Jay-Z.
Yeah.
We
And
just
I heard,
hoping he.
go ahead. I'm see what you're gonna say.
We just hoping that he ain't doing it for a sellout level, and he actually doing what he's saying, making the next step. You know what I'm saying? I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. And hopefully that is the case. And I was listening to another guy talking about it, and he was saying that he should have involved the NAACP in it to, help bring them on board, because that's their mission, is to work on racial injustice among other things. So do you think that he should have brought some others along with him, activists and different things like that? Or do you think it's too early for him to include them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes one person got to go ahead and lay the grounds, and then I can bring other people along. Or what you think?
I mean, that's normally the case. You gotta take a little bit at a time, and maybe that's what he said when he got his foot in the door. Eventually, he can walk other people's foot in the door as well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think by him doing this, it's gonna play a big part on his legacy. So I think he know, what grounds he gonna be playing with, because there's gonna be a
Right.
lasting image on his legacy now.
He's gonna be a what?
You know that. It's gonna be a lasting image on his legacy.
Oh, absolutely.
Depending
Absolutely.
on which way it goes. And he
Either
got a
way
great
it goes.
legacy. He got a great legacy to this point. I don't think he want to tarnish it right here at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I
think
mean?
Yeah, but I think either
Well,
way
I
it
mean,
goes.
Jay-Z, he highly looked up on. So I hope he ain't selling out. And no matter what, in this type of situation, it was gonna be a lot of people on both sides of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a high profile situation.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, right now it really ain't even none of our business that he getting there over there merging with the people. Like, we gotta give him a chance, but we so nosy. We feel like everybody's business is everybody's business. So we want to know what he gonna do. He ain't told us what he gonna do. Now he over there signing the paper. So okay, he's saying it's racial injustice. We don't know what the man plan is. You just hear people talking. You don't. Jay-Z hasn't said anything.
Yeah, well, he said it was time. He did say that it's time to move past the kneeling phase.
Yeah, he said that, but what he had said nothing else about him signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are my plans. You know?
Yeah, they just released a statement saying, he was gonna be helping with the music junction and with the reform thing. I mean, I just hope that something good can come out of it.
But
I think it all falls back to he getting paid.
You think what?
It all falls back to he's getting paid on the situation.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean the fact that a lot of celebrities and people who will probably be close to him, the fact that they coming out saying they disagree. So I mean they understand that business side better than we do, and I just think they're making me give him just a little bit of a side eye. But I don't know.
It might be too early, but we is in the popcorn society, microwave society. We want it right now. We want to know right now. We so quick to judge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just hope he make the best out of the situation. Cause
I hope so too, and I believe that he will.
Black community on him.
He got what?
The Aldo black and brown community on him.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're gonna move on. So the immigrants. So I'm sure you done heard about it there because this is where the main bus be going on with the immigrants getting busted at the place. And I think what that is over there, Brandon. So now, even the people who are legal, they're losing their jobs or they getting fired. And even up here at the chicken plants, because if a lot of you don't know, a lot of the legal and illegal Hispanics work at a lot of the factories or the plants, the chicken plants and different things like that. So a lot of them are worried that they're gonna either get fired or they gonna not be able to find jobs in the future. So I mean, because of ICE. Now, do you think they really taking it too far? Now I can see the illegal immigrants losing their jobs or getting busted. Or do you think they need to leave the immigrants alone and go after the employer because they know that them people not legal when they hire them?
Yeah, it was a lot. To be honest with you, my stance on all this stuff is this right here. If we America's dream and all that, the land of the free, we got all these different sayings, you know what I'm saying? But we don't let people. If these people was causing trouble, causing ruckus, I can see you throwing them out. But these are people who working. You know what I'm saying?
While they working, they ain't bothering nobody. They just trying to make a living for their families. So, why take them away from their families, take you away from their jobs, and they just trying to live and make a living? I just don't understand that, especially the ones that are legal. Like, why should they have to suffer because they're not from the United States or because they consider an immigrant when they did the right thing, they followed the rules and got whatever paperwork they got, and now they over here trying to be stand-up citizens of society. Why should they have to suffer?
Yeah, like she said, a lot of them, that more Mississippi, Canada, Mississippi, that's where a lot of it was happening there.
Right, and more, that's what the plant was at. More than Mississippi, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
and
then
in
one case they took a lady who was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then
the lady did what?
Take a pregnant lady.
They took a pregnant lady.
Yeah.
See, that's just wrong.
They didn't know she was pregnant.
They knew that one was pregnant. They could tell. I'm sure they could tell.
I mean, it's just a lot of foolishness going on right now with this situation. And I mean, it's gonna really have to be a lot of decisions that are gonna have to be made because at some point they're gonna have to. That's another policy issue, though.
Yeah. I was just about to say
all
that.
This stuff is going back to me is outdated policy.
Right. Absolutely.
Everything in the world has to adapt to the new way of the world, the new way of living. These people, we just got to get over the fact that Mexicans and people and stuff like that here, they here.
Right. But think about it now. If they doing this to the Hispanics or the Mexicans or whatever you want to call them, right? They're immigrants. It's a lot of people here that's immigrants from different areas. And they got their green card or whatever they had to do to live here. So to me, that's telling me if you starting with the Hispanics and all this and trying to get them out of the United States, then what's gonna be next? You know what I'm saying? What next set of immigrants are you gonna go after? You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't nothing setting the Iranians or whatever, different people apart from the Hispanics. They all immigrants. So why are you just focusing on them?
It's setting a bad environment, one. Then these people on the edge, two. Then three, you already know what our next topic is. It's only gonna be a time until a situation gonna happen with that. With these immigrants, they gonna turn into protecting their family.
Right, absolutely. And that's when you get more situations going on with killing and crime crime and different things like that because you won't let them work. So now they got to start creating crime so they can feed their family.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just a tough situation, and and that's why I tell people all the time, you don't know how blessed you are to when you see stuff like this, you gotta understand you born in a country where you free, but these people born in a country where they running from crime just to make a life for their family. Now they want to send them back. So it's a lot that we as a community, a culture, race, nation, and all that can learn from these situations. At the end
Absolutely.
of the day, these people are human. You know what I'm
Human
saying?
beings.
They human beings, and we so quick to treat them wrong, try to enslave them, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case may be. How would we want somebody to do us like that? But they
Right.
said, well, then they'll get said, well, where we supposed to be? They weren't blessed that way. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I mean,
Where your heart at? Where your heart
right,
at?
right. Because I
And
mean,
some folk, we gotta look past all that and see where your heart is. These people got a family just like you. How would you feel you took from your family right off your job? You went to work and now you ain't coming home.
right, absolutely, absolutely. And like this commenter said, now when you see them, they feel you are like you are watching them, and that's true. They feel very uncomfortable. And to think about it, I just feel like, in a sense, one day is them and tomorrow it could be us. Because, they'll get to stand in a minute. We're going to see y'all back to Africa. We ain't from Africa. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
People, we just don't know. And I think if we just keep overlooking this situation, then we don't know the long-term effects they're going to start having on other sets of races and you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of stuff. I just feel like if you do it to one race or one what this called I can't think of the other word. Community or I don't know what the word I'm trying to say. But if you do it to one group of people, you'll do it to another group of people. And then in the world that we in, I feel like if we let this go through, then they'll start doing it to whoever up next until it's only quote unquote whoever they think's supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, as you never know how far anything can go. So you
Mm-hmm.
always got to be on the side of right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just real.
That's right.
You try to be on the side of right before it's over with, and because I just said where your heart is. That's what I lean to. I mean, I can't say
Yeah, I
enough.
definitely agree. And the
I
word
keep
I
leaning
look for
back.
ethnicity. The different
Ethnicity.
ethnicities. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do it to any ethnicity. You're right about it.
Right. We don't know. And it's really scary. And so my heart just we gonna have to stop this podcast. Just have my heart just going every which way.
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
because not only that, everybody that a Mexican or Hispanic or anybody that they've been fond of, right?
Mm-hmm.
In your lifetime, you probably met one that was cool, that was
Right.
nice, that was a good person.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And now,
Mm-hmm.
like she say, when you see them, they feel a certain way. Is you watching them, or you see them? They not the same person they used to be. They a little giddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They,
they're
they,
apprehensive. They don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, and then the kids, they come to take these kids. I mean, the parents from their job. So the kids, they get out of school, they don't know where they parents at. They don't know what's going on.
That's true. I mean, and that's the work. Now, out of all the things, the kids are left worse.
Right. So I
They left.
mean,
They left the fend for themselves. They trust gotta be messed up.
Right, exactly.
Your
You
trust
know,
gonna
and
be
then
all messed up.
yeah, they gonna be messed up. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. Well, okay, so our last story of the night. Now y'all know we were talking about a couple weeks ago the mass shootings in here in Texas and in Ohio. What's the other one?
Yeah, El Paso and Ohio.
Yeah. So now we got these copycat criminals coming out. So we talked about this when we talked about those shooters about too much on the news. Now people wanna go and mimic the crimes. So in Missouri, this 20-year-old white male, he done went in Walmart wearing body armor. He had a loaded gun, and he said that it wasn't his intention to hurt nobody. So his thing was like, why did the people feel like he was a terrorist? And even though it was a foolish decision, he don't regret doing it. So my thing is, how in the world do he think that nobody was gonna think something was wrong with you busting in Walmart with a body armor on and a loaded gun? How would somebody think that you don't have no intentions of killing people and that just happened in another Walmart? You know, like what in your
I,
right mind would even just have you lead you to do such a thing?
I mean, first of all, you insensitive, right?
Huh?
First of all, you insensitive, right?
Insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
I mean, you gotta be ludicrous. Then you gonna say that you were just trying to see what they gonna stick to what they say you can open carry.
Right. No,
Like really?
they consider him a terrorist, but he don't know why they consider him a terrorist because he wasn't gonna harm nobody. So you mean to tell me if they hadn't arrested him, he just gonna walk around with his gun and his armor suit on and just say, "Hey, y'all have a wonderful day today."
Yeah, but then this go back to what you said though. Now, it's gonna start being copycats. That's what you said because we put so much on there. But now I was looking at another story when they got the people. The dude was targeting the another Jewish church. I think it was a Jewish church or something, and he was saying that
Mhm.
it was a great place to do it. He just want to have so many kills and so many times, like it was a game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He want to be known for that or whatever. Man, it's just so much that's going on that it's like, why? Even though I got an alert today from LSU, they were saying intruder was on their campus. Did you get
I
that
can't hear
alert
you.
today? Did you get the alert from LSU today? Said there was an intruder on their campus.
No, I didn't.
But I think render it safe out the wild. But my thing is, we so caught up in these game like things that we treat life as a game. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yep.
And then we so caught up in the social media world that it's the
Mm-hmm.
copycat thing. It's the copycat thing.
Right. And you
It's
ain't
just
thinking about
like
these real people lives that you trying to take.
I mean, it's anything that we see somebody do, we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's trickling down to even killing people.
Right. And it's horrible.
I mean, I mean, it's getting to a point where it's just really ridiculous. But at what point we gonna go back to having leaders? You know what I'm saying? Is it back? Is it parenting? Is it leadership in the offices? What is it?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of things. You know, because even though at some point it has nothing to do with parenting, because it's a 20-year-old guy. So at some point it's just who you deciding to be and what you deciding that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mixture of all that, but it's like with the things that's being put out there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff in the news, stuff on the video games, stuff on social media. You know, just so many people, commit suicide and different things on live on social media. Like everything is in our eyesight. So for a person who doesn't have a strong mind and can't think for themselves, ooh, that seemed like fun. I'm gonna do that. You know, they're not thinking about the consequences because he felt like he could just walk in Walmart with his guns and was not gonna happen. And then I'm like, come on now, Walmart, come on. How can people just keep walking in there with a loaded gun?
I mean, you go to Walmart, like, they don't have anything to stop that from happening.
Yeah, but then if they think somebody's stealing, they all over the people. But you will let me
And
come in there with a loaded gun?
at this point, what is your solution to those type of situations, though?
At this point, what?
What would be your solution to that situation?
I think they need some kind of security at the door because it's too much going on. At least till this die down and the next thing pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now these people nervous, and I ain't gonna even lie. I would feel nervous in church.
I mean, it's a reason to feel nervous. You know, it's definitely a reason to feel nervous in anywhere where there's a lot of people. You definitely got to be more on the lookout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You definitely got to just be thinking about it. You got to have your mind. Your mind can't just be isolated on what's going on at the time no more. It's got to be having a broad picture about what can happen. You got to always try to have an escape route. You got to be always telling yourself what you going to do if such and such go on, you know? So
Right.
it's a whole lot to even think about. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can fathom that somebody just gonna walk into a Walmart and start shooting. Or you never think that somebody gonna walk into your church and start shooting.
Mm-hmm.
But we are in that day and time where they're making it supposedly popular, you know?
Yep. Yep. And it's just sad. It's just really sad, that this the type of thing that's going on, and you have to carry your children around, and worry about how you gonna shield them if something happen. But then who gonna shield you? And then what I'm saying, even if you're able to save them, but what if something happened to you? You know what I'm saying? That's why people getting so much anxiety and different things. So I don't know. I
Well,
digress, but
yeah,
I just think it's
at
too
some
much.
point, you never thought that, you always say you'll die for your child, but you actually had to be caught in that situation now. Would you take a bullet for your child? It's
Right.
crazy. It's crazy. You used to think that people all the time was kind of a little crazy for saying, that they just don't go places with a lot of people. But in this day and time,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of getting to a point where mass crowds kind of, will make you feel a certain way because that's where the person's going to try to go and do something that, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
But,
Absolutely.
but at the end of the day, I mean, you got to still have faith that, God going to be with you. So, it's kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, your faith is still got to be a certain way that you feel that God protecting you. And if
Well,
you
yeah,
really a true
yeah,
believer in Christ, you gotta feel that if it's go, it's your time to go.
yeah, absolutely.
So
And if anything, it should, if you're not a believer, it should make you start want to be a believer. You know what I'm saying? Because
well,
we always can say we never know the day of the hour, but I mean, that's just if something natural happened to you. But you definitely never know nowadays if somebody's gonna bust in somewhere and start shooting. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, when you live in a time like we living in today, I think it's almost that you need to hurry up and get yourself right with Christ. You know what I'm saying? It's not a time frame on it. You need to do it
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
As soon as possible. You need to be rushing to get those type of things handled because we live in, we really, hear people say it a lot, but we are actually living in the last day. And it's just real talk.
Yeah, and just on top of that, we talked about this a long time ago, but thinking about all this kind of stuff, you really have to go ahead, even when kids are young, is go ahead and have life insurance and different things in place, in which I think we never think of things like that. You just think about having on yourself, but think about even like the lady whose child died in CPS. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if she had life insurance, and then the people said they didn't want to pay for the funeral, even though she never probably want to think about her child dying as a child, but it's just different now, And I ain't
It's
never
just,
thought about that until I just said it, but I ain't thinking about getting no life insurance for else, you know what I'm saying? But things are just so different now, is that like you gotta be prepared for either way. It ain't just like always the kids burying the parents no more.
meaning that you said, do they have life insurance for children that young?
I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible, but I mean, if it is possible, then we might need to start looking into that just as well as life insurance on grown ups.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sickening world though that people
Yeah.
want to copycat each and everything that people do now.
And I just wonder, will it ever stop? Like, will it ever get to a point where we're not hearing about mass murders and mass shootings and different things like that? Will we ever just get to that point?
Well, it got to be your prayer. It's
Yeah.
definitely got to be your prayer that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I guess we're gonna wrap it all up tonight. Please, yes, it is possible. Yeah, well, we can only hope and pray. But leave us a comment on any of these topics that we have discussed tonight. Let us know what y'all thoughts are. Good or bad or indifferent. Let us know what y'all think. If somebody is just not tuning in, please take time to watch from the beginning and give us your opinions on the topic that was discussed. Please also share it on your page. Please also like this video. Please also go over to YouTube, find our page, and subscribe. We're trying to get our page up to at least 100 subscribers. I mean, come on, you guys. Can you help us out? So, if there's nothing else, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a terrific Tuesday. We will see you all next week. Now, my co-host is going to close us out, and I know he gave me that face like he thought I forgot about him doing his prayer, but I didn't. I was just trying to get all my words out, and so he can get his word in.
No, but what I want to do, kind of lead people on doing is,
I can't hear you.
we do need to be more mindful of people when we think that they at risk of having these mass shootings. You know what I'm saying?
At risk of having what?
A mass shooting.
Yeah.
At this day and time, we do need to watch people more. I mean, when we say people are a little crazy, we need to kind of write that stuff down and turn it in. You understand? When people acting a little weird, because we gotta be able to help each other.
That's right. That's definitely true. Instead of waiting until after something happened to say, well, we always knew he was weird or she was weird or this or that or whatever the case may be.
Right. What is she saying? She want to discuss life insurance a little more?
We need to address life insurance a little more. I think we need to just have that as a topic on one of the shows. Just I mean, every so often. Because we know people that really don't have life insurance, ain't thinking about life insurance, don't know the difference between term and life and
term and whole, yeah.
Term and whole. So we definitely need to do that. We might get a person that sells insurance to come on here and talk about that. Did we hear that?
Not insurance, I don't think.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I know we touched a lot of bases, but this we did a lot of serious topics today, and I think that it was good that we did what we did.
Yeah, we need to discuss those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right,
Well, if
Uncle
our
Pooh,
hearts
let's close us
and
out.
minds are satisfied, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, that's about. Okay, Sister Heaven, Eternal Father, and we come once again, Father God. Before asking for anything, we'd like to say thank you, Lord, and thank you for being you, God, you all by yourself, Father God.
Yes, God.
We just like to thank you for another successful podcast, Father God. We thank you for the topics that you put in our heart and mind to discuss tonight, Father God. We just pray for the young lady who lost her child in the CPS service, Father God. We pray that CPS, if there's any issue or anything, well, we know it's the issue, Father God. We just pray that they can get that system together and be more helpful to the community than harmful, Father God.
Yes.
Father God, we just pray for her. I know she just living in turmoil right now. She probably just heartbroken that went on with her child. We just say touch her right now, Father God. To build her where she's weak, Father God. Just touch her mind so she won't lose it, Father God. Touch her family, her support system, and everybody around her, Father God. Father God, now we just come praying for the immigrants, Father God, who has been displaced, Father God. The mothers from the families and the fathers from the families and everybody in those situations, Father. We just pray that a solution that can be came to it, that these people can stay here, Father God, if it's meant for them to be here and take care of their family like everybody else doing. You said, Father God, if a man don't work, a man don't eat. These people over here working, Father God, working to take care of their families, and they want to take them away from there. So we just pray for everybody that's going through that issue, white, black, anybody, Father God, because it could be anybody next, Father God. We just pray for it all, Father God. We
Yes.
pray for the situation with the Kaepernick and the JP world, Father God, or whatever. The main thing, we just want to let the police brutality and the oppression and the reform issues, let that get out of the limelight like it was supposed to in the beginning, Father God. That we can get a solution to those things and everybody else can take their name away from it and let the real issues get seen about, Father God. Father God, we just pray for all the mass shooting victims that's going on. We pray for people's minds who are going through sick things in their head, Father God, that's making them think that they need to shoot people over and over again, Father God. We just ask for you to touch that situation, Father God, and let victory come from it, Father God, that we can find the way to stop it, Father God. Whether it's banning these type of guns and things they're using, Father God, or whether it's people just telling the truth about their loved ones, that they are sick in the head and they do have issues, Father God. Give us the strength and the power and the knowledge to learn how to do that, Father God, and not feel down on ourselves. Father God, we just thank you for these many topics, Father God. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to share life. Thank you for the platform that you gave us to talk on, Father God. We just thank you for everything you're doing in and around this podcast. We thank you for my co-host on the night, Father God, and thank you for everything you're doing in her life. And Father God, just thank you. Forgive us for all of our sins. This best we ask in your son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for this awesome prayer as always. All right, you guys. Thank you again for tuning in. We hope that you all got something out of this podcast tonight, or just put something on your mind to help us think of be more solution oriented than being problematic. And we can talk all day about things that need to be changed, but we have to be the change we want to see. So, in your everyday walk, anything that may be going on around you, and this week, try to be the change that you want to see instead of just complaining about how things are going in and around you. And with that being said, this has been an episode of What's Coming Out of Your Mouth. Good night.
Deuces.